Hello viewers and my dear students, today topic of discussion is pancreatitis. Pancreatitis. So it is a very common disease nowadays. First of all, we should understand what it is. So pancreatitis is a inflammatory condition of the pancreas. There is inflammation of the pancreas that results in severe abdominal pain, and there is typical characteristic type of pain in case of pancreatitis. There is burning and severe epigastric pain that radiates to the back region, and there is elevated pancreatic enzymes. So it is an inflammatory condition. There is inflammation of the pancreas, along with there is high or elevated pancreatic enzymes. So the pancreatic enzymes are elevated or increased. Stimulation of the pancreatic enzymes along with the inflammation of the pancreas that results in severe abdominal pain, and that pain radiates to the back. Now according to the Marcellus classification, pancreatitis is subcategorized into acute and chronic. So according to Marcellus classification, there is acute and chronic pancreatitis. Acute is further subcategorized into acute pancreatitis and acute relapsing pancreatitis. In both the conditions, acute pancreatitis and acute relapsing pancreatitis, liver can get back into that normal stage. जो एक normal stage थी liver pancreas की, pancreas will turn back into the normal stage. But in case like chronic pancreatitis and in chronic relapsing pancreatitis, So in chronic pancreatitis and chronic relapsing pancreatitis, pancreas cannot be like that before. जो normal condition थी उसकी तरह नहीं हो जाएगा. It is a permanent damage here, and there is permanent damage, necrosis of the pancreas. So pancreas can never be like before. So normal condition नहीं आ सकती. But in acute pancreatitis and acute relapsing pancreatitis, pancreas can be better. Pancreas can be back to normal stage. So this is the Marcellus classification. Now ऐसा कहते हैं कि pancreatitis जो है ये बहुत ही डेंजरस कंडीशन है, बिकॉज जैसे एक वुल्फ होता है, वुल्फ ईट्स, तो ऐसे ही पैंक्रियाटाइटिस के अंदर भी जो है उसी तरीके से ही नेक्रोसिस होता है. देन जैसे एक रोडेंट बोरो करता है, तो ऐसे ही पैंक्रियाटाइटिस भी इतना डेप्थ में जाता है, तो पैंक्रियाटाइटिक फिस्टुला भी हो सकता है. देन पैंक्रियाटाइटिस के अंदर डिहाइड्रेशन हो जाता है, देयर इज लॉस ऑफ वाइटल फ्लूइड्स, सो डिहाइड्रेशन होता है, एंड इट स्टिंग्स लाइक अ स्कॉर्पियन, सो बहुत ही सीवियर बर्निंग एपिगेस्ट्रिक पेन होता है, एब्डोमिनल पेन होता है. नाउ द सिम्टम्स or the signs. So in symptoms, there is severe abdominal pain, and that radiates to back. Then there is febrile condition. Then beside this there is hematemesis and melanoma, that is bleeding in the vomit and in the stool. Then there is persistent or frequent vomiting. So frequent vomitings. So the abdominal pain that radiates to the back, and there is relief on bending forward or while stooping. So that is the Momden prayer sign. Typical sign to confirm कि pancreatitis है कि नहीं. Ask patient that how he or she gets the relief, by bending forward or by stooping. So that is the Momden prayer sign. And the pain is of typical character that radiates to the back. Then there is febrile condition. There could be fever, because if there is any infection present, then there could be fever. Frequent vomitings due to reflux, paroxysms. Then hematemesis and melanoma due to the peritoneal bleeding or hemorrhage. And these are the symptoms. Then there is epigastric pain that is burning in character. There is distension of abdomen, distension in the abdomen, because due to blockage there is accumulation of the fluid in the abdomen. So there is distension in abdomen. Then pain is of burning character, severe burning pain in epigastric. Then upper abdominal rigidity. Rigidity and guardedity. Upper abdominal rigidity and guardedity. There is tenderness, marked tenderness. Tender. So tenderness is what? When you will touch or examine the patient, then patient will scream with the pain. That is the pain on touching or examination during. So there is marked tenderness in the abdomen at the upper abdominal region, that is the epigastric region. Then there is rigidity, guardedity, distension of the abdomen due to the accumulation of the fluids, because there is obstruction in the pancreatic duct or common bile duct that results in accumulation of the fluids in the abdomen. Then there is severe burning pain. Beside this, the signs you will examine in the patient, or you will notice in the patient, the signs are: there is cyanosis. There is cyanosis. Why cyanosis? Because of the improper perfusion of the lungs. So you will notice the cyanosis, that is the bluish discoloration of the face little, because there is low level of the oxygen in the blood of the patient because of improper perfusion of the lungs. So there is insufficient oxygen. Oxygen is low. So there is cyanosis. Then there is faint jaundice. Faint jaundice. Because of the edema of the head of the pancreas, you will notice a faint jaundice, little yellowishness of the sclera of the skin. You will notice the yellowish discoloration little. Then faint jaundice, cyanosis. Then there is febrile conditions. Then there is hypovolemic. So what you will notice, the hypotension, that is low BP, hypotension. Then tachycardia. Hypotension, tachycardia, febrile pulse. Then cold extremities, because the BP is low. So you will examine the cold extremities of the patient. Then hypotension, tachycardia. There is loss of fluids. So that results in hypotension and hypovolemic and shock. Shock is the later stage. So shock is the later stage. So these are the signs. Beside this, two important signs known as Cullen sign. Here you will notice the bluish discoloration around the umbilicus region. So around that area or at that area you will notice the bluish achromatic discoloration. This is the Cullen sign. Then it is the positive if there is bluish discoloration around the umbilicus. Then there will be bluish discoloration in the flanks. This is the gray Turner sign. So in Cullen sign there is bluish discoloration around the umbilicus, and in gray Turner sign there is bluish discoloration in the flanks. Why there is bluish discoloration? Because of the intraperitoneal hemorrhages and the bleeding. Now let's understand the pathology. Pathology in pancreatitis. In pancreatitis, there is first of all, before pathology, the etiology, the cause. So the etiology, first understand the etiology. There are various factors that can lead to pancreatitis. The first and the foremost reason is the alcohol. When patient is consuming alcohol, so alcohol will stimulate more secretions of the pancreatic secretions or enzymes, and that are rich in proteins. So there will be formation of protein plugs in the abdomen, and that will cause obstruction in the abdomen. So there is increased secretion of the pancreatic enzymes. So alcohol will lead to the increased pancreatic secretions. Also it will stimulate trypsinogen. Now trypsinogen will stimulate further lipase, lysolecithinase, elastase. I will discuss this later on in the pathology. So the trypsinogen is stimulated, and this trypsinogen will cause spasm of sphincter of OD. So there will be spasm of the sphincter of OD because of this trypsinogen. Then alcohol is the reason. Beside this, there could be stone in biliary tree. So any disease of the biliary duct or stone in the biliary tree, this could be the reason, stone. Then there could be genetic or familial disease. There could be history of this pancreatitis, or this could be genetic. Then alcohol is the most common cause. Alcohol causes activation of the trypsinogen that will causes spasm of the sphincter of the OD, and the increased pancreatic secretions that are rich in protein will form the protein plug that will cause obstruction in the abdomen. So the factors which cause pancreatitis are alcohol, there could be family history, then beside this infections like mumps, then injury or trauma to pancreas, any injury or trauma when occurs in the pancreas. Then endoscopic procedures can be applied like during the canalization of the common bile duct or pancreatic duct, or during basketing the stones from the common bile duct, that can result in or that can cause pancreatitis. So endoscopic procedures like canalization of the common bile duct or pancreatic duct. Then hyperlipidemia. Hyperlipidemia, when there is increased production or secretion of lipids. Then hyperparathyroidism. hyperparathyroidism. So in hyperparathyroidism, that will lead to the increased secretions of the pancreatic enzymes. Also the hypercalcemia that can result in tetany. So the hyperparathyroidism result in hypercalcemia, that is more production of the calcium and pancreatic enzymes. Then the other reasons could be hypotension and hypothermia. Also the autoimmune disorders like polyarthritis nodosa. So polyarthritis nodosa, that is the autoimmune disorder. This can also lead to the pancreatitis. Now pathology. In pancreatitis, that is the inflammation of the pancreas, there will be activation or stimulation of the trypsinogen. This could be active, this could get active by consumption of alcohol. So alcohol or the infections or injury or trauma or the hyperlipidemia or the hyperparathyroidism. So these are the factors that lead to the activation of trypsinogen. Then trypsinogen will further stimulate lipase. So lipase will act on fats, it will act on fats and it will break the fats into fatty acids and glycerol. These fatty acids will combine with calcium. So lipase will act on fats and will break down the fats into fatty acids and glycerol, and fatty acids will combine with the calcium to form calcium soaps. So calcium soaps are formed. So there will be fat necrosis. So lipase is doing what? Necrosis of the fat. फैट का डिस्ट्रक्शन कर रहा है, फैट का नेक्रोसिस हो रहा है एंड कैल्शियम सोप्स बन रहे हैं. सो देयर इज हाइपरकैल्सीमिया and that will result into tetany. Tetany could be the symptom in pancreatitis also because of the hypercalcemia. So the fatty acids are combining with the calcium and forming calcium sops. So there is fat necrosis. So lipase do what? Fat necrosis. Then the other thing is elastase. Elastase will act on the walls, that is the fibers of the elastic fibers of the wall of the blood vessels. So elastase is acting on the elastic fibers of blood vessels. So it will destruct it. It will there will be destruction of the elastic fibers of the blood vessels, and this will get rupture. This elastic fibers of the blood vessels will get rupture, and there will be hemorrhage. There will be bleeding. So there will be hemorrhage or bleeding in the peritoneal cavity. So there is intraperitoneal hemorrhage because of the elastase that is breaking or that is damaging the elastic fibers of the blood vessels. So we have seen here the lipase, Lipase is acting on fats, breaking it into fatty acids and glycerol. Fatty acids is combining with calcium to form calcium soaps, and then there is fat necrosis. So this is leading to fat necrosis. Then we have seen elastase. Elastase is damaging or breaking the elastic fibers of the blood vessels, and that will lead to the rupture and the bleeding and hemorrhage in the peritoneal cavity. So that is leading into hemorrhage. Then lysolecithinase. Lysolecithinase will do what? It is derived from bile. It is derived from bile, and this will break the proteins. It will break the proteins, so it will act on the tissues of the pancreas. So it will damage and destruct the tissue of the pancreas, that will lead to the necrosis. So there will be necrosis in the pancreas. So there is necrosis of the pancreas or destruction of the pancreas because the proteins are getting breaked. Lysolecithinase. Then the last one is prostaglandins and bradykinins. Prostaglandins and bradykinins. These are the inflammatory mediators. So this will produce diffuse inflammation. This will produce inflammation. That is, it will produce the diffuse inflammation, and that will lead to the loss of the fluids. So the loss of the fluids will result in hypovolemic, in hypotension and shock. So finally that will lead to renal failure. So trypsinogen will stimulate lipase, that will lead to fat necrosis. Trypsinogen will stimulate elastase, that will break the elastic fibers of the blood vessels, and that will lead to the hemorrhage in the peritoneal cavity. Then trypsinogen will stimulate lysolecithinase, that will break the proteins, and that will lead to the necrosis of the tissue of the pancreas. Then trypsinogen will stimulate prostaglandins and bradykinins, that will produce diffuse inflammation, that are the inflammatory mediators. This prostaglandin and bradykinins are inflammatory mediators that will produce diffuse inflammation, and that will cause the loss of tissue fluids, and loss of fluids will result in hypovolemic, shock and hypotension, and finally to renal failure. So there will be renal failure. Now this necrosis, this extensive necrosis of the pancreas will stimulate the myocardial depressant factor, will stimulate MDF, myocardial depressant factor, This factor will suppress the activities of the हार्ट वेंट्रिकल्स, द वेंट्रिकल्स का जो कॉन्ट्रैक्शंस है उसको सप्रेस कर देगा, उस एक्टिविटी को. सो दिस मायोकार्डियल डिप्रेसेंट फैक्टर will suppress the heart ventricular contractions. So there will be deficient or improper contractions of the ventricle, and that will lead to the multi-organ failure. So finally there will be multiple organ failure. So pancreatitis is an inflammatory condition where the severe abdominal pain occurs due to the increased secretions of the pancreatitic enzymes, and the alcohol, family history, genetic factors, or the autoimmune disorder like polyarthritis nodosa, or the factors like infections like mumps, or the injury or trauma to the pancreas, or the endoscopic procedures or operations like endoscopy done when there is cannulization of the common bile duct or pancreatic duct, or during basketing the stones from the common bile duct can leads to the pancreatitis. So there will be increased stimulation of pancreatic enzymes, and that will lead to the formation of protein plugs that will obstruct the abdomen, and there will be stimulation of the trypsinogen that will further stimulate the elastase, lysolecithinase, lipase, and prostaglandin and bradykinins, and that's how that will lead to the fat necrosis, renal failure, hemorrhage in the intraperitoneal cavity, and this extensive necrosis of the pancreas will stimulate the myocardial depressant factor that will suppress the ventricular contractions, and when these ventricular contractions are improper, then there could be the multiple organ failure. And the symptoms we have already done in case of pancreatitis. Beside the severe abdominal pain, there is hematemesis, melanoma, then frequent vomitings, and the abdominal pain is relieved by bending forward and stooping, that is the Momden prayer sign. Beside this, there is Cullen sign and Gray Turner sign, where there is bluish discoloration in the or around the umbilicus and in the flanks.